for the Crimson Tide as Latrell will inbound it for the baseline to the right of the Bama bucket. Gets it in to Holloway. Aden will bring it out high, swings it over to Diabate. Mo will flip it back to Aden. Left alone for three, bottom. Man, he looks good in that uniform. Banks with his bucket as Bama runs the other way. Reitzel on the wing, stops, pops, drops. His first three of the season. Check that, they're going to say it was a two. Here's flips it ahead to Holloway. We got numbers. Gives it off. Diabate, scoop shot, no. Pogo stick, able to put it back in for two. And gives it off to Holloway. Holloway off of a screen. Takes it left side. Goes now down the lane. Gives it off to Amori. He'll pick it up. Feeds it back to Holloway. Left alone. Tries a three. Bottom. With Darian Reed defending him. Back to Marsh in the corner. Deep three, air ball. Here comes Bama the other way. Holloway, bounce pass, the beautiful no look to Reed, but he got fouled. It off now to Tolentino. Ball knocked away, stolen. Two-ball game. AB now with 6 points, or 8 points actually, as in the paint, Bama feeds it. Bama coming the other way. Holloway stops. Working off of a screen, gets downhill to the rim, lays it up and in off the glass. A little flip before he walks. Now Holloway on the other end, almost banked in a three of his own.
Big game in the first exhibition game. Oh, and had his ups and downs. Fast up tempo, had the green light, and you could tell.
Bama's lead is cut to 78-47. Holloway working to the elbow, now into the paint. Fires it into the corner, around the horn. Bama works it. Mo Diabate for three. Wide open, makes the hard work pay off. Offense there, left side. Three, no good by Stevenson. Rebounded Sherrill, back to Philon and a reset for the Crimson Tide. Philon around to Holloway. Jump stop in the lane. Tough shot with the left hand, no. Rebound fought for. Scramble on the deck. Holloway somehow saves it to Philon in the lane. Look off. Left-handed layup. Good.
Over 20 points 26 times. Diamante keeps this alive. Aden Holloway. Yes. Right in the game, Aden Holloway. In the corner, Reitzel. The iron. Crimson Tide keep it alive. Three-pointer, nothing but net by Holloway.
And the third three-pointer that Alabama has made after an offensive rebound.
Diabate ahead to Sears. Mark going downhill, kicks it in the corner to Holloway. Aden around to Mo. Mo back to Aden, dribbles right, feeds it off to Sears. Drives underneath the basket, shovels it over to Reed. Three, bottom. Three, instead will back it out. He'll play to his right, gives it off the cliff, gets a return feed. Holloway fakes a pass, now goes inside, layup, good for two, and a great feed and finish by Jarian Stevenson.
And it's a late cut in the lane. Holloway able to find him and the easy deuce as a result.
Breed working against Holloway. Breed goes to his left, gets into the paint, stops, leaner up, no good. Rebound tipped around, fought for, scramble on the deck, picked up, running out with it is Holloway.
High degree of difficulty on the pass. That had to get past a couple of Cowboys, but Grant Nelson able to take it, take some contact and get to the line.
Braden Smith, how about the fact that he's already 25th in Big Ten history in assists, and that's with 2 years to go.
Sears had to go high off the glass. Holloway just checked in. Inside to Nelson for an easy two. From Auburn to Alabama. Shot clock at 5. Diabate for two. Exclamation point.
Grant Nelson cannot gamble and fly through that passing lane.
Well, they get that one right away. They get it back. Reed backdoor cut to Holloway.
Oh, what a finish. And the slip was beautiful there by Aden Holloway. We're getting late in the clock, and Purdue really hasn't done much of anything on this possession.
5 to shoot. Didn't get the shot they wanted.
Season was 13 of 17 coming into this game, but they're missing 2 big ones.
Has been aggressive offensively tonight. Philon has as well. To Holloway.
Think about how good Bam is going to be when Chris Youngblood gets back. That's going to be scary.
Holloway, the transfer from Auburn with a 3.
Going here. Trey Kaufman-Wren has posted everybody else up, but Amori's been able to give some resistance.
Holloway just hit the three. Baseline to Reed.
He was an absolute star in the loss at Purdue. Fearless. Attacking the rim is Zero in White, the true freshman.
Jonas couldn't thread the needle, turns it over. Aden Holloway on the floor. Auburn transfer. Here he is for three. Takes it in. Alabama with an early 4-point lead. Both teams shooting over 60% from the floor. Aiden Sherrill is into the game for the first time for Bama. Here's a corner three again. This one belongs to Aden Holloway. Last time out against Purdue, 19 of Alabama's 21 from 2 came in the paint. Nice block. Back out to Holloway. Ball fake and a kick. Another corner three. Here's Holloway. Through some contact, dumps it inside. One, instead it was going the other way. Holloway fouled from behind and backed it in. Shooting struggles really ramped up in conference.
Set the tone defensively as an on-ball defender. That's a heck of a battle between 4 in orange and 1 in white. You've got a physical defender and offensive player going nose to nose.
Haven't seen much of number 10 Diabate on the floor for Alabama. Here he is. Nelson from the corner.
This spot, is it not? That right corner has been good to Grant Nelson.
This Bama staff about the Purdue game. Those corner threes weren't set up as corner threes. The shooters are 3 feet off the line as Diabate throws one in. Everything's coming up Bama now. It's half 100 in the first half. Ben Hummercast has 5.
A guy that started his first 3 years at NAIA Huntington University, then to Evansville, and now he finds himself on the big stage.
Necessarily iron. 13-point Bama lead, 22 points from the bench for the Crimson Tide. Shovel pass gets away from Illinois. Loose ball collected. It ends up in a wide open three, and that's good for Aden Holloway, who's got 15. Sears coughs it up. As a strip. 4 on 3. Baseline floater good. Double at Marquette since D-Wade.
Yeah.
8-point Bama lead.
Did Marquette play hard? Stevie Mitchell was just a one-man press at all times. Defensive, what pass? Yes, sir. What a look by Grant Nelson out of that corner. Alabama, they keep those corners.
Reed with the rebound. They feel like they can unlock Darian Reed. They'll have quite a score on their hands. Nice floater for Holloway.
How fast Alabama plays, and only 5 turnovers so far in this game. That is exceptional.
Whoa, whoa. Put him on spin cycle. Darian Reed's got.
Yes, sir!
16 for the freshman. Now back to a dozen.
How good is he?
He's the real deal.
Yes.
He beats the jump the mark. Nelson got bumped. Holloway 18 points on 7 of 10 shooting, including 3 of 4 from 3. Another flush.
Team in its depth has a chance to do something special. Mercy Miller is part of that depth. He's on the floor now for the first time for Houston. Very talented freshman from California. The shifty point guard. Wow, what a finish by Aden Holloway. A little crossover, goes with the underhand scoop against Big 12. Nelson looking for Sears. Bama's got to get Sears going. Did not score his last game. He is 0 for here tonight. He finds Holloway, and Holloway laces a 3. Sears patient. Even though he's not scoring, Grant, he's setting up his teammates in the offense.
You got to paint touch. Paint touch, draw the defense, and they're turning the screws on their defense, making it miserable for Houston.
Sears, baseline pass in the corner. Holloway, no. Holloway gets it back. Holloway lays it in. Laces one, a mid-range jumper.
That's going to be there all day. We'll see if Alabama makes an adjustment on that play. Pryor comes off all alone once again.
Houston up by 2. That was their halftime lead. 2 and change underway here in the second half. Sears doing a lot of dribbling here. Can't shake Roberts. Now Reitzel can't shake Uzan. Great defense by the Cougars. One-on-one defense. And there's a slip pass to Amori. He is hammered.
Donated to the Salvation Army, where shoes were sent to his.
You go. You called it, Grant.
I mean, there's been 5 or 6 times where Pryor has come off that screen and roll wide open.
Wide open in the corner. A three-pointer down. Aden Holloway.
How about Holloway? He has played big, making shots, driving and dishing. Getting a paint touch right there from Reitzel led to that open 3.
Tugler trying to steal it. Holloway gets around it and scores. That scoop is good. Holloway's hit a 3, and now he goes to the basket. The rest of the game, though, picking up a lot of fouls early. Shot clock down to 5. We'll give it go action. Nelson got to put one up. Down to 2. He is
great awareness by Tugler, finding the hot hand.
After you jinxed him, he had missed 4 straight threes, Grant, and now 4 fouls. And Big East matchup. Ooh. On the perimeter, having to pick up guards. He's done a nice job. They switch a lot, Houston. Holloway. And now it's Reed. And Reed sticks a 3. Darian Reed, McDonald's All-American. Minute to go. Sears, three-pointer, down! Mark Sears!
Hard these teams play.
Appreciate that. Hasn't been always pretty. Roberts turning the corner. Active hands there by Holloway and forces the turnover. Here's Diabate down. Patient. Sears playing 4-on-4. Now Reitzel gives it up. Sears wide open. Three-pointer is good. Mark Sears.
And great awareness there by Reitzel.
Putting Alabama on the defensive end here for an eternity. Now a turnover. Alabama with a takeaway. Reitzel looking for Holloway. Holloway drives, leaves it, and inside. Diabate. Great action by the Tide. Empty guard here, Aden Holloway. He can move it. And he's looking inside for Amori. Amori in traffic. Finds an open shooter. Reed got another one. Harper turns a corner. Harper pulls up short. Bailey kept it alive, but then Reed able to secure the board for Alabama. And that's going to count. Goaltend. And Rutgers or Nate Oates in Alabama. And Alabama with a takeaway. 3-point game. Alabama with a lead. Sears cashes in another 3. What a half he is putting together right now. 24 points for Harper. Holloway gets a step and lays it in.
24 minutes.
36 last night. Poked away from behind. Diabate got that. Scrum on the floor. Sears comes away. Holloway thought about it. Gives it up. Sears missed it. Offensive board Reed. Reed goes up and misses the layup, but is fouled. The Scarlet Knights. Inside, Holloway hangs it.
2 last night against Houston.
Holloway transferred
into becoming a basketball.
Harper's been sensational. Holloway able to shake a cup and a foul and no basket. Foul on 9 here tonight.
Just admired how in those games they just kept plugging away, kept defending.
Sears needs help. Holloway trying to get across the timeline, just does. And now Nelson leaves it up top. Cliff Amori on the receiving end. Selfish by Nelson. Here's Angel. And in there battling for the board. Biddle puts it back, no good. Missed opportunity there for Oregon. Amori wants another one up top, and there he goes.
They've played since they've been here. Nate Oates has got to be pleased.
Nate Oates has talented freshmen too, and three of them on the floor right now. Aiden Sherrill, Darian Reed, LeBaron Philon with the ball in his hands, and Philon springs free inside to lay it in. Here, very little personnel and depth to work with, and they missed last year. Trying to get back to that March Madness promised land. Coming out of the timeout, number 6 Houston here in Vegas. Took down Rutgers to get to the championship game on Wednesday. Nelson, good look, nice pass and finish as Mo Diabate on the assist from Nelson. Holloway picked up by Bamba. And now they leave a man open. Diabate there,
Just beating Nelson down the floor.
Holloway 3, missed it. Offensive rebound, Holloway once again, a long one this time, around and down it goes. The Montreal native. Well, he has been nice. He's given him a big lift, hit a game-tying 3 at the end of the first half. Right.
Hey, man, every man for themselves, man, on the strip.
Was that Grant Hill? Shout out to Boogie Cousins, by the way, who apparently is here in Vegas. Here is Holloway, and a 3 is good. Here comes Alabama. It's Nelson. Nelson drives. Nelson lays it in with the left hand. Bartholomew finds Angel. Angel on the drive. Too dangerous of a pass. No room in there. A turnover for Oregon against their best opponent of the year in Alabama. Quick shot is up and good by Holloway.
13-12 Bama with 13:52 to go in the opening half. Bama comes near side to Sears. He'll drive. He'll get into the lane. He'll get it off the window and in for 2 more. It off to Reed. Back to Mark again. He'll split defenders. He'll drive and dish. Far side. 3 ball up and good. Beautiful look there. Knocking it down for the Tide was Aden Holloway. Top of the arc, Philon. LeBaron will feed it off to Holloway. A deep 3. Bottom. Aden Holloway buries another bank first 3. Near side Holloway. Looking, playing off of the screen, drives to the elbow. Nice feed inside. Foul on Carolina. Here's Bama with the ball, up 5. Around they go to Holloway. Back to Philon, right of the circle. Drives and dishes. Holloway all alone. 3, far side, bottom. He's hit 3, bank first 3s. Fortunate to come the other way with the ball. Far side with it is Holloway, working inside the arc, getting to the baseline. Working it back, top of the arc, Philon. He'll drive, floater in the paint, good. Mo, who's checked in, gives it off to Holloway. Back now they go to Philon. Catching center. Bama with the basketball, front court. 14 on the shot clock as Sears drives, gives it back out. Holloway all alone. 3, hits another one. His 4th. Bank first 3 of the opening half. Aden Holloway lighting it up. Gonna probably use a timeout here. Nope. Bama's gonna run ahead. They get a run out and Nelson throws it down. Rebound claimed by Holloway. He'll bring it front court, leaves it for Sears. 1 more, Millette, right side, 3 ball bottom. Houston Millette making his presence known. A pair of bank first 3-pointers for Alabama in his first Crimson Tide game.
Davis, when Carolina sets a ball screen for R.J. Davis, he wants his team to jump it. They did.
Bama runs the other way. The layup good for 2 by Reed. Right back. Bama ball up 15. Philon on the drive to the rim. Floater is good. A great box out makes the rebound possible for Sears. Ahead to Holloway. Aden drives in, hands it off, and the dunk is good. Shoot. 9, 8. Holloway at 6. Right of the circle. 3 ball. And there is your exclamation point. The bank first 3 knocked down by Holloway. 15 points, all of them coming from bank first 3-point range.
This team defensively don't want him to get in foul trouble against Kalkbrenner.
His first as Youngblood now works to Reed. Reed at the elbow, extended, looking, fires a pass in the corner. Youngblood catching for 3. There is the first bank first 3-pointer for Chris Youngblood, and the Tide leads it 16-7.
Ashworth, not a guy you want to see at the line over a 90% free throw shooter.
He gets the and 1 to go as Bama comes the other way. Holloway circles under the basket, gets a flip to Diabate, back to Holloway, who spins, then works it outside to Millette. Now to Youngblood, driving, playing through contact, gives it off. Diabate drives in, reverse layup is good, and an and 1 opportunity for Mo Diabate. Andrew, and Bama comes the other way. Front court, Sears to Sherrill, who pivots, takes a dribble left to second, hands it off to Holloway. He goes left, gets into the lane, picks up another teardrop, got another one to go.
Well, Alabama has been so good with the mid-range floaters, not something you see often, but you also don't play defensive centers like Ryan Kalkbrenner. Alabama making good decisions, taking the ball to the basket.
Circling away from trouble, outside to Sears. Mark gets it to the elbow, gets into the paint. Tough shot, block, got it right back. Bounce pass underneath to Sherrill, put it up, partially blocked. Got it back again, shot it again, missed it again. Rebound tipped into the hands of Millette. Outside, Holloway's three, no, but he's fouled. 9 of 11 from the stripe. And Holloway makes it 31-16 now. Kalkbrenner just got the dunk a minute ago, but he looks rather winded. Bama's throwing bigs at him in waves, and now a steal nearly by Holloway. Front court with it is Ashworth, being hounded by Holloway, who narrowly got the steal. Ashworth now pulls up, top of the arc, has that rare offensive board and putback for the Jays this half, as Millette has it now for Bama. Kicks it left side to Reed. Darion hands it off to Sears. Back to Reed. Catch and shoot on the three ball. No good. Rebound. Millette back outside. Goes to Holloway. Holloway runner up and good for two. A little run. Ashworth with it now as Bama leads by 10 with 13 minutes to go. Neal working against Holloway. Got away with an elbow. No, he didn't. Popped him in the face. Fouls called on Neal. Great defense. Aden Holloway.
Eagles step another open three from the wing. In and out. This is Youngblood, just in his second appearance of the season. Missed the first month with an ankle injury that he suffered in September. He's such last season. Big-time scorer for that program after spending 3 years at Kennesaw.
The NCAA tournament. A lot of the intangibles there, as well as his scoring.
The heavy favorite, giving North Dakota a lot of confidence here in the first almost 10 minutes of the game.
Omori back in the game, gets the inbounds pass, feeds it Holloway, now far side, Youngblood, three, bottom. Their postman Matthews, who was able to lay it in. Bama will rip and run, coming the other way. Left side, Youngblood, three ball, bottom. Inbounds pass, goes in the corner to Woodson. He'll drive in, lays it up with the left hand, rolls off, no good. Rebounded Youngblood, outlet pass to Sears. Mark getting it into the front court, going down the lane, lays it up and in for two. Tide gets it to Youngblood on the inbounds, driving to his left, pump fake, layup, left hand, got it to go. We've seen him shoot.
Close. Sears now going right to the rim. Panoam with the block. Youngblood. Oh, crowd wanted to travel. Nelson on the take. Grant Nelson.
Spreading the floor, Chris Youngblood. We haven't seen him with the dribble drive that often here in the early part of his career.
Holloway with the mid-range floater. Claimed by Holloway, he'll push it ahead. Aden takes it to the left side, now gives it off to Sears. Sears on the right wing, drives into the lane. Kicks it back, Holloway left wing. He'll go into the paint, puts up the runner, got it to go. Boy, you could hear the contact on his way in, no whistle.
He had the ball for a little while, but they made the call late.
Well, he's got 8 rebounds, and we've still got 9:15 to play in the first half. Another steal by Bama. Philon on the drive. Had it knocked away, but it gets into the hands of Omori. Misses the layup, but got fouled. Finished strong here in the last minute. Holloway, the kick into the left corner, Diabate. Wisely drives in. Beautiful move. Couldn't finish it off, though, but now they're going to say there was a foul on the shot attempt. Him as Sumlin feeds it off to Medley. Medley driving, cut off by Diabate. Stops. Throws it away, stolen. Not count, he'll try another one. And that one's no good. Rebounded Omori, deflects it to Holloway, into the corner, Millette, three, bottom. Good to see a scramble play result in a three-pointer for the Crimson Tide. A bank first three. Holloway on the near wing to Nelson, back to Holloway. Bounce pass, a good one to Nelson. Beautiful feed inside Diabate. Layup attempt is blocked, and it was actually Darion Reed who went in. Someone driving on the wing, gives it off Davis. A deep contested three, rolls off, no good. Rebound claimed by Reed. Darion flips it ahead. They'll work it in the corner. Holloway, three, bottom. Nice feed from LeBaron Philon, and Holloway gets another bank first three-pointer to go for the Tide, and Bama's lead is at 27. 66-43. Alabama commanding lead over Kent State. Diabate to Holloway. Aden on the drive, spinning, kicks it back out to Philon. LeBaron trying to shake free, gets into the lane, spins baseline, steps through a double team, kicks it out. Holloway, three, bottom. For Kent State, rebounded by Holloway. Aden comes the other direction, goes baseline, fires it outside, three ball, Philon, bottom, back to back. Bank first threes for the Tide, and Alabama now leads it 72-43 with 4:44 to go. Good, rebounded by Stevenson. Now here comes Holloway. Lets it fly from three, bottom.
Aden Holloway heating up here in the second half. Three made threes for the sophomore, both contesting threes.
Sears tries one short on the attempt. Rebound, though, run down by Holloway. Back to Mark. Deep three, right wing, bottom. Gave the best in the country a second opportunity, and Mark Sears buries the bank first three-pointer, in addition to being strong around the rim.
Yeah, you don't mind that shot. It was defended and a long two. Aden Sherrill in good defensive position.
Far wing, free ball, good. Aden Holloway, Bama's knocked down four. Bank first threes here. The Alabama advantage. Tide works it around to Holloway. Left wing spot up three, gets it to go.
Those are the shots that Alabama can consistently get against the Jackrabbits, but
23-17 contest. Bama leading by 6 with 10:17 to go in the first half. We're due a media timeout on our next dead ball situation. Holloway left alone, tries another three, misses again. Rebounding for Alabama was Diabate. Out to Holloway, works it around to Youngblood. Drives, dishes, Holloway spots up, three ball, bottom.
Get those all day long. Second chance opportunity. Chris Youngblood sets up his teammate, Aden Holloway, in rhythm, knocks it down.
In the back court, Nelson, Diabate, and Stevenson in the front court for the Tide. Stevenson takes it top of the key, feeds it off in the corner. Holloway three, and he's red, smoking hot. Holloway with a dozen, and Alabama leads it 40-17. Circles away from Nelson. Seiler now getting it into the paint, shows the ball right, spins, lays it up, missed it. Ball tipped though into the hands of Clubb. Driving in, Moore's blocked from behind by Stevenson, and Bama will run the other way. Here's Sears in transition, kicks in the corner to Holloway, spins away from a defender. Teardrop is good.
What a play by Aden Holloway. It started defensively. Grant Nelson, Jaron Stevenson on the defensive end. That started the Alabama fast break.
Moore's on the drive, almost walked, then gets tied up. Aden Holloway getting it done on both ends of the floor. The possession arrow favors Alabama. Philon over to Sears. One more in the corner to Holloway. He'll drive underneath the bucket. Kicks it into the corner. Missed three in transition by Seiler, and Bama comes the other way with it. Here's Holloway with the Tide on top, 66-50. 14:08 to go, second half. Inside, Nelson feeds it to Amori, lays it up and in off the glass for two.
After, why not make it an easier shot, but fortunately Alabama gets it back.
Sears thought about trying it again, gives it off to Holloway, far side three, that one rips the net for another bank first three-pointer. Bama 14 of split two defenders and got that one to drop, making it a 20-point game.
That was not easy over a couple of 6'11" Alabama players.
Holloway over everybody on the assist from Philon. Wilkinson had some good first half minutes and now has 8 for the ball game. Holloway stepping away from a defender. Deep three, got it to go. Inbounds goes to Nelson. Grant pivots, hands it off to Holloway. Steps to the right, shoots a three, makes it again. Having a good time, isn't he?
Oh, man, feeling it here in Alabama's last non-conference game. You had an open player in Aden Sherrill. Oklahoma didn't have any choice but to foul.
Inbounds Holloway, kicks it to Sears, right corner, three, the soft touch, got it to drop. Pounded to Omori, gets it to Holloway. Aden to Stevenson in the corner to Philon. LeBaron will bring it out with 10 on the shot clock. Holloway at 8, at 7, downhill at 6, into the paint, teardrop up and good. Here comes the Tide the other way. Far side, Holloway, three, bottom.
He doesn't need much room, didn't have much room, but the quick release, Aden Holloway has shot it so well here recently and not.
2:44 to go. Sears driving, dishing. Holloway near side, three, and there is a bank first three and the century mark for Alabama. With Elvis defending, Holloway will drive. His teardrop is up and good. Youngblood feeds it back out to Reed. Fakes the three, goes behind the back with a dribble. 4 to shoot. 3, down low. Holloway for the layup. A beautiful backdoor look from Reed to Holloway for the bucket.
No.
Fighting for a loose ball. It's batted around. Gamecocks go to the deck and win the loose ball. Bama then takes it away, though. The poke away by Philon to Holloway, far side. Aden to Nelson. Reverse layup. Holloway working to his left, drives down the lane, puts it up with the right hand off the window. Little reverse English left in the second half. Right with it between the circles, gives it off the elbow, gets a return feed. His pass stolen away. Here comes Holloway in transition. Aden giving it off to Diabate, going down the lane. His shot wouldn't go, but he got fouled by Pringle. Comes Millett the other way for Bama. Houston stops on the wing, kicks it in the corner to Holloway. Aden will dribble up to the wing. Waits on a screen from Reed, goes left, puts up a teardrop for the baseline and got it to go. Bama left him alone.
It was a defensive breakdown. Wasn't guarded. It ended up knocking down an awkward shot.
Holloway trying to answer, and he does with a 3. Holloway, the bank first three-pointer for the Crimson Tide.
It out of bounds, but Alabama gets it back.
Holloway front court, playing off of a screen from Diabate. Holloway to his right with a dribble. Still with the dribble alive with 15 on the shot clock. Has Youngblood back to Aden. Holloway with 12 to shoot. Stops at the elbow. Shoots a 15-footer and got the friendly roll again. By Bama. Sears with it front court. Going downhill. Cut off. Actually got fouled. No whistle. Now puts up a runner with the left hand and got it to go. Bama gets it out of the net. Runs the other way with Holloway, and he gets fouled. Holloway's free throw is up, and that one's perfect. Assist. No turnovers so far, and he hits both freebies. Working back to Sherrill, top of the arc for 3, bottom. Aden Sherrill knocks home another bank first three-pointer. That's Alabama's 8th on 19 tries.
Stop commenting on the officiating. They're so annoying.
I get it.
Oh my goodness.
Into the low post, they'll throw the basketball where Payne's backing his way down on Sherrill again. Payne will spin baseline, cut off, flips a pass inside to a cutter. Ball's batted out by Diabate and picked up by Reed. Flips it ahead, right side, three-pointer up and good. The bank first 3 with 14:30 to play in the opening half. Bama ball with the lead over the Aggies, who go with three-quarter court pressure. Bama's able to beat it, getting it front court with Holloway. An extended zone look now from the Aggies. Left side, Holloway with the dribble, goes to his right, gives it off to Reed, who had it poked away and stolen. Aggies with numbers. Ahead they go to Phelps. Stops in the lane, lays it up, blocked by Omori. Ball knocked out of bounds. Touch last by A&M. 30 and moving. Time left, opening half. Bama basketball and the lead. Aden Holloway driving downhill, gets into the paint. High floater off the window is good.
Well, that is so nice, and that's something we've seen from Aden Holloway this year.
Nelson. Grant will try to back his way down. Instead gives it off now to Sears. Sears swings it around to Holloway. To man of the quarter, Philon. Back out Holloway for a 3.
And that was deep, but it was in rhythm. The quick pass back out to Aden Holloway. Alabama continues to get open looks against this Aggie zone.
Youngblood contested him well, and here comes Sears the other way. Kicks it to Holloway. Open 3 in the corner, bottom. Take our chances with that all night long.
Alabama able to get the stop. Mark Sears got in the lane. Aden Holloway in rhythm, open in the corner.
Sears dribbling to his left. The zone rotates that way. Sears to Holloway. Aden on the drive, throws a lob, the dunk from Reed. Boy, Aden Holloway so good, especially when he's able to penetrate that zone. Thankfully, didn't call him for that foul, and Obaseki has it working against Sears. Obaseki spinning away, going down the lane, puts it up with the left hand, no. Rebound tip high into the air, and Holloway gets above everybody to bring it down. The little man now spinning into the front court. Holloway feeling it, going down the lane, getting to the rim, off the window and in. Aden Holloway, another bucket. He's got 13, and Bama with 15-point advantage with 7:48 to go, matching its biggest lead of the night. And the 6th man, if you will, here for Aggie basketball. Philon driving, dishing to Reed, now to Holloway. Teardrop in the lane, and he is red, smoking hot.
I have not seen, I know it's only first 5 minutes, I haven't seen Alabama's offense this disrupted all season long.
Then high off the window, good for Aden Holloway. And when they're not doing that, they're top 10 in the country in block shots.
It's not so surprising Ole Miss's defense is playing so well. It's the fact that they're doing it against this type of opponent early in the game. But Nate Oates knows how to make adjustments in games, see what they can get.
Another corner three, Youngblood hits this one.
Yet here they are with that returning backcourt and Asa Newell, the star freshman.
Jalen Murray trying to get to the block over Holloway. That was 5'11" versus what's listed as 6'1". Sears, no look, wrap around, and off the window and good. Bull on the floor for Ole Miss at 7-2. Rush shot on Holloway. Sherrill, and going to the line.
With the opponent's big man.
He's coming off of a 19-point performance. Aden Holloway.
Right in check.
Alabama gets 19 points, a shot clock in the single digits. Holloway. Tough shot. Mark Sears never touched it. 11 first half turnovers for the Tide. They averaged 12.5 a game. Sears with 5. Trying to work on Dia. Lost his balance to the wing. 3 ball. Good! 6 seconds left in the first half. Rebels get it in with 3. Padula spins at midcourt. And he left it just a hair short.
And they will grind this thing out, go late in the clock. You must try to find a way to get stops and scores and get your home crowd into it. Right now, there has not been the home crowd advantage Alabama would like to have, given the inefficiency on offense.
Here's Holloway. Driving on Morrell. Hammered into the corner. Big time corner three. Darren Stevenson back. And for an SEC team this season, if Ole Miss can pull this off in Coleman Coliseum, where Nate Oates has won 83% of his SEC games. Murray, guarded by Holloway, gets deep, gets up, gets it rejected. Bama can score in bunches. Can they go on a run late? Holloway, got it!
Over time and time again, and Ole Miss capitalized on those.
Perfect from the free throw line tonight.
Shots than the opponent. Ole Miss has taken 70 field goals to 44 for Alabama because of those turnovers and lack of offensive rebounding.
Switching everything now. Holloway on Morrell. Contested fadeaway for 2.
I have not seen, I know it's only first 5 minutes, I haven't seen Alabama's offense this disrupted all season long.
Then high off the window, good for Aden Holloway off.
This type of opponent early in the game, but Nate Oates knows how to make adjustments in games, see what they can get.
Another corner three, Youngblood hits this one.
Yet here they are with that returning backcourt and Asa Newell, the star freshman.
Jalen Murray trying to get to the block over Holloway. That was 5'11" versus what's listed as 6'1". Bull on the floor for Ole Miss at 7-2. Rush shot on Holloway. Sherrill, and going to the line.
With the opponent's big man.
He's coming off of a 19-point performance. Aden Holloway.
Right in check.
Alabama gets 19 points, a shot clock in the single digits. Holloway. Tough shot. Mark Sears never touched it. Sears with 5. Trying to work on Dia. Lost his balance to the wing. 3 ball. Good! 6 seconds left in the first half.
Crowd advantage Alabama would like to have, given the inefficiency on offense.
Here's Holloway. Driving on Morrell. Hammered into the corner. Big time corner three. Darren Stevenson back. And for an SEC team this season, if Ole Miss can pull this off in Coleman Coliseum, where Nate Oates has won 83% of his SEC games. Murray, guarded by Holloway, gets deep, gets up, gets it rejected. Bama can score in bunches. Can they go on a run late? Holloway, got it!
And Ole Miss capitalized on those.
Perfect from the free throw line tonight.
Shots than the opponent. Ole Miss has taken 70 field goals to 44 for Alabama because of those turnovers and lack of offensive rebounding.
switching everything now. Holloway on Morrell. Contested fadeaway for two.
Stopping on the wing, gives it to Nelson, top of the arc. 20 on the shot clock, 15-15 to play in the half as Youngblood has it now. Fires it to Diabate, over to Holloway for three, bottom. Alabama, red, smoking, high from three-point range early. Another bank first 3-5. Here's Holloway for the Crimson Tide, looking for Youngblood, gets it to him. Gets into the paint, runner off the glass, and in. Bama's getting whatever they want, whether it's inside the arc or beyond it. It will be Holloway backing it out to Diabate. Diabate looking right, backing his way down, double team, dribbles away from trouble, hands it off to Holloway. Aden, a bounce pass in traffic. Oh, Diabate counted, and he's fouled, and one opportunity for Muhammad Diabate on the great assist from Aden Holloway. He is missed by Perry. Bama fortunate to clear the miss with Nelson, his sixth. Bama the other way, driving underneath. Diabate outside Sears, all alone, three, bottom. Big bank first three there for Bama. The Tide regains the lead, 61-58.
And that's a big-time move by Mo Diabate. Got in the lane, took his time, found Mark Sears in rhythm.
He'll drive and dish. Diabate for three, no. Long rebound goes to Holloway, to Sears. Deep three, no good. Rebound tip, Diabate, or Youngblood actually throws it off the leg of Williams for Kentucky.
Sometimes you can make the offensive player move in that situation.
Turnovers even at 7. Holloway, deep three, right side, bottom. Alabama knocks down another one. The bank first three-pointer.
Surveys the floor, dribbles left, drives, dishes to Sherrill, who brings it all the way to the top of the arc, hands it off to Holloway. Aden will work into the lane. Little leaner, tough shot, got it to go from 6 feet. Gets it himself into the front court. Tried to cross over, lost the handle, slipped. Trying to get it back. Vanderbilt coming the other way. Another block by a Bama guard. That is Aden Holloway on the block. Layup attempt from Jason Edwards of Andy. With 8-12 and moving in the first half. 26-18 our score. Let me update you. 28-18. Holloway, a nice pass ahead to Stevenson, who slams it in for two. Rebound tipped out, run down to the corner by Holloway, and Aden brings it ahead for Alabama. Holloway, hesitation move, now it gets set, right side, goes downhill, puts up the runner, off the glass and in. Back to Chris, now to Jared, now to Aden. That's Holloway with it. Holloway driving down the lane, puts it up, off the window and in. Scoop shot, almost. That one he dropped kind of down to his ankles and then flipped it up.
For the most part, they have here in the second half, or excuse me, in the first half.
Front end up, good.
In his sophomore season, wearing crimson and white.
Rebound control by Sherrill in Alabama. Tide leading it. Phylon front court with Bama trying to add to a 13-point advantage. Phylon downhill, kicks it in the corner. Sherrill to Holloway. Catch and shoot three by. Oh, that was pretty. Aden Holloway to make first three-pointer, and the Tide enjoys its biggest lead at 16 points. Outing it off the window and in. Bama quickly gets it out of the net, runs the other way. Now it's Holloway taking it to the right wing. Aden going to the baseline. He'll put up the runner off the window and good. But
an absolute legend.
Phylon to Diabate, who is on the wing, throws the skip pass. Holloway three, and man, he is becoming a legend from beyond the arc. Another bank first three. Bell gives it to Holloway, and Aden will bring it front court. Holloway thought about splitting defenders. Has it now between the circles. Dribbles to his right. Goes to the wing. Stops. Left alone. That was a mistake.
Boy, the recognition of Aden Holloway. He was about to unload that and pass it to Mark Sears. The defense took one step back. He rose up and knocked down a big three for Bama.
Bama by 14 again as Carey gives it off to Huffman. Driving to his right. Stopping. Spinning. Looking. Needing help. Throws it inside. Carey had it stripped away. Stolen. Holloway along with Sherrill teaming up on it. Holloway to Sears. One more Youngblood. Three. Bottom. Back-to-back bank first threes. Nato's pumping his fist, and the crowd erupts here at Coleman Coliseum. Timeout on the floor. 13:36 to go. Bama 62, Vandy 45. What McLaughlin, I think, gave to Sears, freeing up Edwards on that play. Holloway stopping in the lane, kicking it near side. Youngblood stopping, shooting, throwing it up, and almost got it to go with a left hand. Inbounds pass goes to Holloway. Catch and shoot three, no good. Rebound tipped. Scramble for the loose ball. Picked up by Hogard. And Vanderbilt will come the other way, trying to cut into a 15-point Bama lead. They throw it into the paint. Spinning, shooting, shot blocked by Bama. Grant Nelson after the attempt by Carey. Now in the lane, it's Diabate. Steps through, lays it in on the assist from Aden Holloway, who laid it in for two. Now Holloway will try to answer for three and does. Man, he's feeling it tonight. Holloway's first of two is up and
line. And
Mark Sears will drive baseline, gets underneath the basket, kicks it out to Holloway. Layup. Three-pointer, actually. A bank first three-pointer, but for Aden, that is a layup.
Something they've done with regularity this year.
Lob on the inbounds. Amori goes in, lays it up for two. That's a free throw.
His first Alabama start.
Holloway hits them both. Dunk on the other end to make this a one-point game. Here's Holloway on the drive, getting into the paint, kicking into the corner. Nelson. He'll drive to the rim and he'll throw it home. Leaner and got it to go off the window with a lot of English. Bama runs the other way in a hurry. Stevenson on the drive. Spins away from a defender. Out to Phylon. Open three. Into the hands of Holloway, and we got numbers. 5-on-4. Holloway top of the arc. Right side gets a return pass. Lets it fly.
Defense to offense didn't see enough of that in the first half. Just a dribble handoff move in transition. Grant Nelson with the handoff, a little bit of a screen. Aden Holloway all alone knocks it down.
Youngblood to inbound it from the baseline. Looking to get it in, throws it up in the flush from Big Cliff.
The screen was set by the smallest man on the court, Aden Holloway.
To 49 with 15-15 remaining. Holloway on the drive, stepping back, letting it fly from deep and knocking home another bank first three-pointer. Bama by 5, chest with it for LSU. Dribbles left, and a pass deflected, stolen away Holloway. Holloway on the drive, hesitates, goes down the lane, shot up, block, basket interference.
Well,
Count
first, it should have been an and one.
Picks up the personal.
Alabama struggling offensively lately, one for their last 9.
Holloway all the way in and got the friendly roll. It climbed over the rim and away so far tonight. 5 for 5 is conference play remains perfect. Tigers lead by 4 at 17-13. Driving Holloway couldn't get the layup to go, but got fouled. Holloway's first of 2 is up, and that one's perfect.
Line. And a perfect.
Diabate on the right wing throws a nope. Thought he was going to throw a bounce pass. Instead, he'll wait, give it off to Mark. Sears will drive baseline, gets underneath the basket, kicks it out to Holloway. Layup. Three-pointer, actually. A bank first three-pointer, but for Aden, that is a layup.
Something they've done with regularity this year.
Lob on the inbounds. Amori goes in, lays it up for 2. That's a great job of getting himself set. Go by, now works to the top of the arc. His 3 is up, it's no good. Rebound by Holloway, but he was fouled from behind by Jai Bailey. Evans. Free throw up and good.
He's played well in his first Alabama start.
Holloway hits them both. Dunk on the other end to make this a one-point game. Here's Holloway on the drive, getting into the paint, kicking into the corner. Nelson. He'll drive to the rim and he'll throw it home.
What a play by Grant Nelson. I thought he should have taken the 3, but had a little bit of a lane towards the baseline, goes up and throws it down.
Leaner and got it to go off the window with a lot of English. Bama runs the other way in a hurry. Stevenson on the drive. Spins away from a defender. Out to Phylon. Open 3.
Great job by Jeremy Stevenson. Took his time. Got it in the post. The defense converged. LeBaron Phylon all by himself at the top of the key, able to step into it, knock it down.
Into the hands of Holloway, and we got numbers. 5-on-4. Holloway top of the arc. Right side gets a return pass. Lets it fly.
Defense to offense didn't see enough of that in the first half. Just a dribble handoff move in transition. Grant Nelson with the handoff, a little bit of a screen. Aden Holloway all alone knocks it down.
Youngblood to inbound it from the baseline. Looking to get it in, throws it up in the flush from Big Cliff.
The screen was set by the smallest man on the court, Aden Holloway.
To 49 with 15-15 remaining. Holloway on the drive, stepping back, letting it fly from deep and knocking home another bank first three-pointer. Bama by 5, chest with it for LSU. Dribbles left, and a pass deflected, stolen away Holloway. Holloway on the drive, hesitates, goes down the lane, shot up, blocked, basket interference.
Well, first, it should have been an and one. I don't know that it was basket interference. I thought it was too low, but what they missed was the foul.
Picks up the personal.
Alabama struggling offensively lately, 1 for their last 9.
Holloway all the way in and got the friendly roll. It climbed over the rim. And here's Holloway back front court for Bama. Aden pushed away so far tonight. 5 for 5 as he hits the front end right there. Conference play remains perfect.
There, Sherrell's got to move his feet a little bit better, stay in front.
Bama down by 5. Sears with the basketball top of the arc, changes direction, goes right, weaving through traffic, kicks in the corner. Holloway 3, bottom, and he is fouled. A chance for the and one for Aden Holloway, and a 4-point play. 17-15 at the moment. Phylon trying to convert the and one, which would be a 4-point play, and he does just that. Giving it back to Youngblood near side. Gives it to Amori, flips it to Holloway, back to Youngblood. Deep 3, near side bottom. I think dishing right side Holloway. Aden trying to get a look, can't. Plays off the screen from Nelson. Gives it off near side Phylon. We got a mismatch somewhere, I think. Holloway stepping back, deep 3, bottom. There was the mismatch. Blitz defenders. He stops, he kicks it to Cliff, who gives it back but threw it away. Stolen, driving in, stripped and stolen by Amori. Clifford with the steal from Gunkel, and here comes Bama the other way. It's Sears, top of the arc, 4-3, got it. He wanted an and one, didn't get the whistle, but man, what a play, first by Amori and then by Sears on the three-pointer. Bama with the basketball, Sears front court to Holloway, thought about pulling the trigger on the 3, instead gave it right, then gets it left. Now he'll let it fly, and I love it when he does. Bottom, Aden Holloway, another deep three-pointer to Nelson, right wing. Nelson gets it to Holloway. Holloway working against Hubbard. Holloway right side, driving, teardrop, baseline, good. And badly to wear crimson rather than red. He hits both free throws. We're tied at 10. Here's Holloway with a dribble left side. Gives it up to Sears, top of the arc. Mark fires it back to Aden. Catch and shoot 3, and man, is that fun to watch. 8. Reed giving it off to Diabate, now to Sears, who steps through. Back out to Aden. He'll drive and dish. Sherrell, corner 3, bottom. Aden to Aden, and he got the bucket off of it. 16-10 Bama. Throwing it away as Diabate had moved. Now Georgia will throw a lob, and they'll miss it. And then the rebound attempt is knocked out of bounds by the Dogs.
LeFew. Sears left open. Yes, sir. Just got it into the hands of Nelson, 15 to shoot.
Just look at the defensive pressure from Georgia.
And Stevenson draws a foul on the cut.
And here comes Holloway now with it front court for Bama. Aden on the drive, fakes a pass, puts it up with the left hand, and got it to go.
April in the real tournament.
In the big tournament.
Although New York was fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Both free throws missed. Inside will be Nelson. Gives it off to Holloway. Aden driving baseline now. A bounce pass to Cliff. Great pass to Nelson. Layup wouldn't go, but he got fouled, or they're going to call basket interference. It's going to be goaltending. Rebounded again by Grant. That's going to be his 6th board as Holloway comes the other direction. Holloway to the free throw line. Cut off. Gives it out. Youngblood 3. Bottom.
He has got such a quick and smooth release. Didn't need much space. Let it go and knocks down another 3 for the tie.
14-2 run over the last 3.5 minutes. Alabama with its biggest advantage at 21. Now the rebound for Aden Sherrell. He's got 4 boards to go with 10 points. Holloway 3, and man, he is so much fun to watch shooting the rock.
Of the top freshmen in the SEC going at it, that was a big-time move by Asa Newell.
Stevenson, near side, 3, bottom. Good to see Jaron get another one to go. His second bank first 3 of the ball game. He's now got 8 points to go with a couple of rebounds in 14 minutes of action, and with in the corner by Georgia to cut it to an 18-point game. Inside Holloway, a bounce pass to Amori. Nice reverse layup for two. Poked away from him by Nelson. Shot clock's at 4 as they try one for the right wing for 3. It's missed by Demery, and the rebound Nelson. Outlet pass goes to Holloway. Aden into the front court, crosses over, gets underneath, plays through contact, and gets the reverse layup to go.
Well, he is so good, obviously shooting the ball, but much improved, taking it to the basket.
Rebounded by Amori for Alabama, and for Cliff, that'll be rebound number 9 for him to go with 4 points. Holloway in the paint, the handoff to Cliff. He'll drive in, he'll lay it up, count it, and he is fouled. An and one opportunity upcoming for Clifford Amori.
Points on
They did.
Cliff Amori.
Driving in, they'll miss a shot because of the 5th block of the game by Nelson. It was Godfrey who had it blocked by Grant. Again, 5 blocks on the night for him. Outside to Sears, he'll go baseline. He'll drive in, he'll lay it up and in for 2. Jumper from 15, no good by Adu. Rebounded Bama, the Tide wants to run. Holloway, far wing, stopping, crossing over, going down the lane. Layup is good for 2. Timeout, Coach Cal. The Razorbacks getting run early. 15-6 Bama with 13:48 to go in the opening half. Away for the Tide. He'll give it off to Diabate. Hands it off to Holloway. Holloway left alone, top of the arc, for 3. Ooh, what a mistake defensively by the Hogs, and Holloway makes them pay. And by Holloway, and Aden will bring it himself into the front court. Holloway driving right, played through some contact, gives it off to Nelson on the wing. He'll hand it off now to Youngblood. Let's fly for 3, bottom. Another bank first 3-pointer. This one from Chris Youngblood. He hits both, and with 9:50 to go, Alabama's got the ball, but only a 2-point lead. 5-point lead, 25-20 as the Tide drives inside. Tough layup, Youngblood got it to go. Basket, no whistle, and the Hogs have cut it down to 5. But Bama goes inside and answers back. Aden Sherrill drives it to the rim, throws it home, and Holloway to inbound it. Side court near the Arkansas bench. Gets it in to Sherrill. Sherrill holding it, looking, dribbles right, picks it up, lets a cutter go by, and now we'll hand it off to Youngblood. Chris trying to play off of a screen. Sherrill picks it up, 6 to shoot. Sherrill dribbling to his left, fires it over to Holloway. Holloway inside Sherrill, lays it up just as the shot clock expired. We'll use 29.5 seconds, and that worked well as Bama leads by 5. To be very successful on, if not second, third, sometimes 4th chance opportunities, and keep them very much in this ball game. Bama will hold it for the final shot. The inbounds goes to Holloway at 15. Now it's down to 12. Holloway with it at 10. Holloway at 9. Holloway at 8 to Nelson at 7. Nelson looking, throwing it to Mo in the paint at 4. At 3, spinning at 2, shooting it at 1, scoring. Half will end, and Bama goes to the locker room with a 40-34 advantage. Mohamed Diabate, big, getting the bucket in the paint. Court. Bounce pass to Mo. Elbow extended near side, looking low, nothing there. Top of the arc, Holloway, 4-3, bottom. It's not a layup, but it's close when that guy's able to catch his feet and knock down the bank first 3. Man, Flyline tried to get out there, but it wouldn't have mattered unless he had a ladder. Now here's Diabate driving down the lane, kicks into the corner. Young 3 for the answer, bottom, and he is fouled.
How about Mo Diabate driving the lane, converging the defense. Chris Youngblood all by himself in the corner, and what a huge answer after the Ivasic 3-point play to cut into the Alabama lead.
Whistle for another 10 minutes. Ivasic stepping back, deep 3, short. Rebound, fought for, claimed by the Crimson Tide. Here comes Phylon, ahead to Holloway, getting into the paint. He'll back it out to the top of the arc. Fires it down low, Nelson. Layup is good. Tide rolling, up by 19 with 13:10 to go.
And what Baron Phylon able to finish through contact.
Davis circles away from trouble, throws it away. Holloway defended by Wagner. 12 to shoot. Diabate driving left, goes down the lane to the rim, changes hands, and lays it off the window for two, and Alabama leads by 16 with 8.5 remaining.
He's so good driving left. That's his strong hand, but was able to switch it back right, avoid the shot blocker, and another big finish for Mo.
Part is just seen enough basketball, you know how it's going to work out ultimately. Sears with the basketball on the wing after the made free throw from the Hogs. Sears on the drive, hands it off to Nelson, flips it now to Holloway, to Nelson, driving in, lays it up, couldn't get it to go, but he got fouled at Kaluma, and here's Bama the other way. Driving will be Holloway to Nelson. He'll go down the lane, he'll hand it off to Philon, who will weave and feed it off. Holloway, three, bottom. Got himself set that time and looked great, rising and firing and knocking home another bank first three-pointer. Bama 3 of 6 from deep so far. In the vicinity, 19-15. Bama with the ball and a 4-point lead. Here's Holloway on the drive. Reverse layup is good for two. He answers right back against the man who scored on him. Now Bama will run, and we got numbers. Sears, front court, around to Holloway. Kicks it to the corner. Back to it. Three-ball bottom. Great unselfish play. Chris Youngblood giving it back where it came from to Holloway. 45-31.
Alabama shooting 65% from the field.
Johnson fires a pass inside. Blocked by Amori and Nelson. Now the Tide works it ahead to Holloway. Aden going down the lane. Has it knocked away and got fouled in the process. Aden Holloway at the stripe. He just missed the first. He'll have a second one up coming, and that one settles through the net. Now for Jason Kent. Bama runs the other way, leading at 58-43. It's down to a 15-point game. Philon around to Diabate. Kicks it in the corner. Youngblood. Catch and shoot three, bottom.
Well, that was so easy as Mo Diabate recognized it and got it to Chris Youngblood wide open in the corner. Alabama continues to shoot it well.
And the rebound control by Amori. Cliff gives it off now to Holloway. Aden on the drive. Works back now to the top of the arc with the dribble still going. Works inside the circle, backs it out, working against a big. He'll step back, deep three, bottom. Took him to school, rocked the baby, and put him to sleep.
Oh, my. Aden Holloway with a smooth move against a 6'11 center.
Philon to inbound it. Looking, gets it to Sears, all alone, three. That was so nice. And a defensive mistake by Tremont Martin. Sears made him pay.
Yeah, it was wide open, and that's the advantage of having your team on your side in the second half. Nate Oates calls exactly what he wants. He gets the shot from the player he wants, and Mark Sears extends the lead.
Played through the contact, gave it to Mo. Back outside to Holloway. He'll go down the lane, puts up the runner, and got it to go. A beautiful move. Sherrill, he'll pivot. He'll let another cutter go by, now hands it off to Holloway. Thought about a three with 3 seconds to go on the shot clock, or 4 seconds actually. He gets fouled.
Late shot clock situation to get to the line.
Straight, where Bama scored 85 or more on the road.
History in the Elite Eight against the Clemson Tigers, had 19 in that game.
Horns throw it away, deflected by Youngblood, ahead to Philon, who gives it back to him. No good.
Taking care of the ball in both halves.
Alabama will inbound it. Philon underneath, getting it to Holloway, to Sherrill, back to Holloway. Puts it up in the paint, got it to go. Shot missed in the paint by Texas. Holloway runs the other way. Aden giving it off to Diabate. Top of the arc, another three. He's 3 for 3. And he looked right at Nate Oates, who laughed as Mo has knocked down 3 threes in this game. Oh. Aden Holloway giving it to Diabate, driving the lane. Shot up, wouldn't go, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Go down the lane, he'll hand it off to Philon, who will weave and feed it off. Holloway, three, bottom. Got himself set that time and looked great, rising and firing and knocking home another bank first three-pointer in the vicinity. 19-15. Bama with the ball and a 4-point lead. Here's Holloway on the drive. Reverse layup is good for 2. He answers right back against the man who scored on him. Now Bama will run, and we got numbers. Sears, front court, around to Holloway. Kicks it to the corner. Back to it. Three-ball bottom. Great unselfish play. Chris Youngblood blocked by Amori and Nelson. Now the Tide works it ahead to Holloway. Aden going down the lane. Has it knocked away and got fouled in the process. He just missed the first. He'll have a second one upcoming, and that one settles through. In the rebound control by Amori. Cliff gives it off now to Holloway. Aden on the drive. Works back now to the top of the arc with the dribble still going. Works inside the circle, backs it out, working against a big. He'll step back, deep three. Took him to school, rocked the baby, and put him to sleep.
Oh, my. Aden Holloway with a smooth move against a 6'11 center.
Played through the contact, gave it to Mo. Back outside to Holloway. He'll go down the lane, puts up the runner, and got it to go. A beautiful move. He'll let another cutter go by, now hands it off to Holloway. Thought about a three with three.
Late shot clock situation and get to the line.
Where Bama scored 85 or more on
the history in the Elite Eight against the Clemson Tigers, had 19 in that game.
Horns throw it away, deflected by Youngblood, ahead to Philon, who gives it back to him for three. No good.
Taking care of the ball in both halves.
Alabama will inbound it. Philon underneath, getting it to Holloway, to Sherrill, back to Holloway. Puts it up in the paint, got it to go. Shot missed in the paint by Texas. Holloway runs the other way. Aden giving it off to Diabate, top of the arc, another three. He's 3 for 3. And he looked right at Nate Oates, who laughed. Oh. Aden Holloway giving it to Diabate, driving the lane, shot up, wouldn't go, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Court driving right, looking to his left, plays off of a screen, gives it off, Youngblood, deep three, no, and the rebound, Amori. Cliff gets it back out to Mark, deep three, no good. Rebound, Amori back over to Holloway, deep three, third time's the charm, as Bama gets it done and pulls to within 4.
And the 10th time is your charm. Alabama was 0 for 9 before that. Aden Holloway made 3.
Well, who will hand it off to Kelly for 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Amori. Cliff keeping Janai off the glass, and here's Holloway the other way for Bama. Aden Holloway made a 3 a moment ago. Now gives it off Nelson. Fakes a 3. Driving, dishing. Stevenson, 3. 2 for 2. 2 in a row for Alabama from bank first. 3-point range.
Great job by Grant Nelson. Had an open 3. He pump faked, drove the lane. The defense took 1 step toward him. That's why Jaron Stevenson was open. Jaron was right there, and Auburn gets called for the foul.
Inbounds coming from Stevenson. Jaron looking to get it in, beats the count, getting it to Amori at the top of the arc. Now it'll be Holloway driving, putting up a fair drop in the lane, got it to go. And we're down 14. Inside, Amori goes in, lays it up and in for 2. A beautiful move from Clifford.
Didn't have a choice. There was under 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Mo took it right at the best shot blocker in the SEC and was able to score over it.
Nate Oates in a defensive position, calling for a stop from his team. Kelly on the left wing, looks up top, feeding it off to Jones. Jones driving, stopping at the elbow, stepping back, jumper rattles out, no good.
1-1 coming up for the Auburn transfer.
And he hits the first, so he'll get a second. Love to have it to 1 possession at the under 4 media timeout. Tide will travel to Columbia to take on the Missouri Tigers as Holloway will drive and gets fouled on the floor. And he'll see Florida at home and then the trip to Auburn to wrap it up. Holloway trying to shake free, gets fouled. Nope, the whistle. He'll drive in, he'll lay it up. That's basket interference. And that'll be another goaltending call on Auburn.
This blitz continues. And Missouri, understanding that Alabama wants to score in those first 10 seconds, are getting stops and forcing turnovers, allows them to run, and they share the basketball. Holloway with a very needed triple. On Grill, when he comes in the game, they've got him on constant motion to see if he can find an opening for a shot.
That is number 31 in the white. Better than 45% from beyond the arc. It's best of the end.
Likes to be physical with their guards. They're simply posting up Tony Perkins to go against a thinner Aden Holloway.
Holloway, corner 3, knocks it down. And one of the better rookies in the league. Little hesitation here, trying to go to work on Mitchell. Holloway can't shake Bates. That is a difficult shot falling away.
because the ability of what Missouri's done by making three. Right. And so anybody who's an aggressive driver like Caleb Grill, lanes are available.
Boy, that was a fun one. Mitchell with 9. Back in his home state, Philon takes it right into Grill's sternum. That's an aggressive take.
Philon said enough.
Robinson, the second Tiger in double figures with 10. 6. Mark Mitchell has bested him. Holloway sets the feed. Holloway throws in the 3.
Actually 2 of 4, excuse me. Cats narrowly got a steal, but a good job by Holloway meeting the pass. Then he steps into a 3, knocks it down. That's huge right there for Aden Holloway.
What a great...
Goes to his left, goes through defenders, kicks it over to Cliff, who fires the pass to Aden. Aden 3,
deep, and he knocks it down. Eventually, the law of averages catch up for a great shooter like Aden Holloway.
Brea on the drive, shoots and misses down. Youngblood so far 0 for 2 as Bama will inbound it from the baseline. Chris to get it in. Looking, beats the count but throws it away. Away with the steal. He'll weave through traffic going right at Holloway. Shot missed. Here comes 8. Firing it ahead. We had 2 on none. Mark all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in for 2. Great job by the Tide. Hustling back ahead of the pack. Mo, Cliff, Holloway, Youngblood on the floor for the Tide. Aden's with it. He'll drive. He'll stop. He'll flip it to Cliff. Gives it back to him. Catch and shoot. 3 bottom. Second free throw missed. America. Here comes Holloway running front court for the Tide. Stops on the wing. 3 ball. Timeout on the floor. Nate Oates gets the TO. With 32.5 seconds remaining, the 4th 3-point basket.
Defensively, take care of the ball. 4 turnovers here in the second half.
Bama inbounds it. Holloway, 3, bottom. Nice play out of the timeout.
Get back in front of. He's got 16 in this game.
Foul.
Williams picks up a foul against the dribbling Hall.
To Kansas. Oh, man, they give Kansas a tremendous beating.
When's the last time? Sometimes you miss on the player.
Well, it's back-to-back years that Bill Self has kind of missed on the portal. I think they're only a game or maybe.
Williams and Carr, the 5 for Kentucky. Bama gets it front court, comes near side Sears. Corner, Youngblood, 3, bottom. Big one, Chris Youngblood knocks it home. Aden in for Cliff, grabs the rebound, and here's Holloway. Aden working off a screen from Aden. Holloway spinning and a foul on Oway, and that'll be his 5th. Unclaimed by the Cats. It'll be Williams. Bring it the other way. Deflected and stolen by Holloway. Aden will run the other direction. Cats fill in. Holloway, top of the arc. Between the legs with the dribble, and now to his left he goes. To his right he goes. To the rim he goes. And to 2 more points. It is Aden Holloway getting it done. 19 for the little guard, and Bama leads by 12 again. With some changes, they've got Sean Jones on the floor. Also, backing his way down, Keyshawn Murphy staked it away by the Tide. Here comes Holloway racing to the left side, goes to the baseline, gets cut off, works it out to Mo. Back he goes to Holloway. Aden to Mo in the paint, kicks it out. Sherrill for 3, no good, and the rebound tipped out. Oh, the
from Aden Sherrill. And Jaron Stevenson gets called for the foul. Not a lot of contact on that over-the-back call.
Nwoko with the basketball, looking for Delquan Warren, the guard, couldn't get it to him. Pivots, couldn't get it to another teammate. Now finally feeds it off near side to Murphy, trying to back his way down on Mo. Good luck with that. He'll feed it over on the right side to Nwoko. Baseline jump hook, no good. Sherrill, good defense, gets the rebound, gives it off to Holloway. That Aden will drive, stops, top of the arc, gives it off to Sherrill. Pump fake in the lane, no good, and a foul is going to be whistled on Mississippi State.
Great job defensively by Alabama.
Has a 16-9 lead, but the top scorer last game out for State is on the bench with 2 fouls with 12:09 and ticking time left here in the opening half from Tuscaloosa. Nwoko pivoting, struggling to get it to a teammate. Hands it off finally to Jones. Gives it over far side to Warren. 7 to shoot. Warren looking onto the far wing. They'll drive. They'll put up a tough baseline jumper. It's an air ball. Caught by Diabate. And Aden check in for the Tide. That's Holloway. Matthews trying to back his way down against Mo. Gets into the paint. Spins. Stops. Needs help. Throws a pass to Melendez, who hits the bottom of the glass with the layup attempt. And down to 9. The Tide hurries the other way, though, to Cliff at the top of the arc. Takes a dribble. Gives it off to Holloway. Aden dribbling away from a double team. Weaving through traffic. Fires it over to Mark. All alone. Good night. That was pretty. Holloway to Sears for another bank first three. Holloway running the other way. Holloway, little shake and bake move, gives it off to Sears. Mark getting hacked at by Harris. Mark driving, stopping, firing. Holloway, deep three.
Well, you got to pick your poison. You had Chris Youngblood in the corner. Had to decide if you were going to guard Chris Youngblood, who's 4 for 5 from 3, or Aden Holloway, the leading three-point percentage shooter in the SEC.
Himself feeds it to Youngblood. His turn. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound run down by Nelson. To Sears. To Holloway. Over to Youngblood. He'll let it go again. He'll make it this time.
Don't want to give him 2 opportunities. Alabama gets the offensive rebound.
Between the circles. Holloway looking low. Nothing there. Has it, feeds it near side. Stevenson for 3. Said everybody else is having fun. Why don't I try it? Another bank first 3 for Alabama. 41 Bama. Holloway, shake and bake move, driving the lane, lost it on the way up, got fouled.
Because they're going to have this type of performance be in Knoxville. And not that you're looking ahead quite yet.
But lob that was too high, and here's Bama running the other way. Fyline sets up near wing 3. Bottom. That one looked good. He now has 16. Holloway driving, puts it up high off the glass and in. 32. Holloway in the corner to Sherrill to Holloway. Holloway near side for 3. There we go. Fitting, isn't it? Looking near side to Max. Thought about a 3. He'll drive. He'll look. He'll feed it over to Fyline. Fyline to Holloway. Bottom. 3 Bama. 48 seconds remaining.
Aden Holloway running offense, trying to get the ball to Max.
Sherrill for 3. It's another one.
Lanier from North Florida, been so effective and so efficient.
He's not the offensive player of Dalton Connect, but he's a better defender.
How about Aden Holloway? They respect that 3. They came charging at him, and he went right by. Out at the 16-23 mark with 2 fouls. He's been on the bench since. Sears. Yes,
wow.
A rainbow 3.
He shot that from Nashville. He shot that from Nashville. The guy's got range. Oh, they wanted to post him inside.
Whoa, there's a turnover from Milicic as Boswell just came into the game and threw it over his head.
Ravi, how fast Alabama scores in the half court. Within 10 seconds, they drove that ball baseline, and one swing pass to the next swing pass, they find Sears wide open up top.
The iron unkind to Okpara there as Nelson goes to the baseline. He got hit in the face, and he's looking for some help. Diabate one-on-one with Gainey. Grabbed his rebound. That's a nice job, and Okpara had no interest in trying to commit a foul or block.
Alabama calls that action beast, B-E-A-S-T. They just...
Rick Barnes, what a job he's done here in Tennessee. Everywhere he's been, he should be automatically in that Hall of Fame.
Holloway, quick trigger. Boy, can he silence the crowd.
You have to be there on the catch with a kid like Holloway. He gets it in and out as quickly as any guard in this league.
Tell you one thing he has, one favorite. He's played for Auburn and Alabama. Not many can say that. Wear that uniform in both schools.
You think they'll be waiting on him next week when we go to Auburn?
There's a prayer for me that gave me some inspiration. How many guys do that? I love the man. He's to me, a Hall of Fame humanitarian.
Right, no doubt. And to that check, it speaks to the culture of Tennessee basketball. It's not about me, and they all came together for your cause today, Coach, as Alabama, again, so good out of the timeouts in this game.
And they both can shoot the 3.
That ball was deflected by Okpara. Holloway nails it.
It is automatic. I'm telling you, Alabama off of an offensive rebound kick out
with 5 on the clock. And Okpara on him. No chance. Battles for it. jump ball. Alabama possession. What a job by Holloway.
Sherrill averages 3 points per game. McDonald's All-America. Freshman out of Detroit.
Well, Aden Holloway did a really nice job of just blowing up that handoff action with Will Richard.
Rainbow from the corner, off target on the triple trover. 3-on-1 Florida. Richard with the lob was an errant pass and another Gator turnover in transition. 3 giveaways already by Florida. A foul called on the dunk attempt.
Getting a paint touch off the pass and the kick out to Aden Holloway.
Baseline shot, no good. Hard to tell exactly when it occurred. We showed you back on the bench, but not yet returned to the scorer's table. Florida ball down 2, 5 minutes to go here in the opening half. On the back cut, Klobuchar puts it up, misses in and out, and the rebound by Nelson.
Alabama's help side defense has been very active on those back cuts when they're top blocking.
What a great drive and finish by Nelson. Holloway with the find, and it's a 4-point Alabama lead. Shot clock at 8. Good defense in the half court by Alabama. Richard stripped, got it back with 2, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Much tougher possession for Alabama on that side of the court.
On every dribble handoff action, Alabama's done a great job of blowing those up.
He'll drive, he gets cut off. He takes it to his left, being hounded by Pettiford. Now feeds Sears. Deep 3, bottom. Mark Sears knocks home the bank first three-pointer. First of the game for the Tide, and Bama leads it by 7. Up, needs help. Gives it off, Holloway. Aden working against the defender, Jones. Holloway driving into the paint. Puts it up, off the window and in, and good to see there as Aden Holloway gets his first points. 25-19. Bama's lead goes back to 6 with Ost able to steal that possession. Could do it. Now Nelson going in. Oh, and an and one as well. Grant Nelson fires it down on Dylan Cardwell and I believe Janai Broom. And Bama has made it a 27-21 lead and a chance for the and one here.
My goodness, Grant Nelson. What an incredible play. We talked about the lift that we haven't seen in maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, but Grant Nelson rose up above one of the best shot blockers in college basketball, took the contact, threw it down. He'll go to the line for an and one. They're going to look at it, but what a play by Grant Nelson.
With a cut above his eye, he's got a Band-Aid on, maybe a stitch or two. And with Bama up 1, he's on the floor with 11:38 to play. Baker Mazzara misses the runner in the lane. Rebound claimed by Bama. Here comes Holloway. Left side, 3, bottom. That will quiet the crowd, and a timeout on the floor as Chad Baker Mazzara is apparently in some pain. It was Diabate that got the deflection. Now here comes Holloway the other way. Holloway on the wing. Holloway driving, stopping, gets underneath the basket, kicks it into the corner to Sears. Mark driving to the rim, kicks it back to Mo, cutting in, hands it off to Cliff, and he throws it home with authority.
Well, the unselfish play, a couple of extra passes, ultimately to Cliff Amore, who throws down another one.
Biggest lead of the game for Bama. A 9-0 run has given the Tide an 8-point lead with 9:55 to go. Bama's led it by as many as 5. Kentucky has not led so far. We've only played 8 minutes in this contest. Almanor hands it off to Chandler. Lost it, stolen by Holloway, and now gives it off to Philon. LeBaron works past the defender into the lane, puts it up and got it to go with the right hand. He wanted to pass it off, but there was nobody open. Pass goes to Holloway. Aden on the left wing, driving to his left, gets to the baseline, gets cut off, circles back out to Cliff. He'll hand it back to Aden. He'll go left, throws it down low to Cliff. Puts up a tough shot. Holloway with it out high, working against Perry. Playing off of the screen, goes left, fires it back to Sears. Catches deep 3, halfway down, no. Long rebound, saved by Sherrill, and then popped out of bounds by Kentucky. Directing traffic, working against a 2-3 zone. Now to Holloway, driving, getting into the lane, stopping, shooting, scoring. That's a great move, patient.
He was able to grab that ball through contact and not turn it over.
Sherrill handing it off. Holloway, 3, bottom.
Aden Holloway. Another bank first three for the Crimson Tide. Into the lane, he lost it, he got it back. Fires it outside to Holloway. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. Got fouled with .9 left. In the 12-point Bama lead with 14 minutes exactly. It's that one. And Bama still leads it by 13 with the ball. Here is Bama inside. The pass coming from one Aden to the other Aden. Holloway to Sherrill for the flush, and the Tide its biggest lead now at 15. Of Amori. So Williams has missed 3 straight after making 8 in a row to start things off. Here's Bama with the ball. Diabate picking it up, wanting to give it off, does to Cliff, who hands it off to Aden. Holloway changing direction, backs it out beyond the arc. 10 to shoot, he'll go baseline. He'll step through, he'll hand it off. Mo goes in, changes direction in air, and laid it in for 2.
Beautiful pass and finish by Mo Diabate.
Perry on the drive, gets underneath the basket, circles away from traffic and throws it away. Mo with the steal, splitting defenders, gets tripped by Perry at midcourt, and Bama will have the ball, leading 71-54, 11-11 left to play here in Nashville.
Aden Holloway struggled in the first half, early in the second, but he has been so good on both ends of the floor. Beautiful.
Holloway with the basketball front court. Works it back to Youngblood. Deep three, bottom.
You could tell when it left his hands that was going in rhythm, no hesitation.
Bama still leads it 74-57. Holloway on the drive, gives it off to Mark. He'll try from deep. Oh yeah! That one was from Broadway. And Bama leads it 77-57. He'll bring it front court. Aden with it near side. Bama trying to put the hammer down on the Cats. Holloway into the lane. Holloway bumps, and a foul is called. Great to see Mad Max get some playing time. The senior walk-on the floor for the Tide. Here's Holloway driving, stopping, looking, needing help. Kicks it out to Max. He'll drive. He'll hand it off to Holloway. Holloway driving, getting the baseline, looking, shooting, and getting the friendly roll. 4-67. Holloway bringing it front court for the Crimson Tide. To to Stevenson. Holloway trying to step back. Deep three, bottom.
Why not? Aden Holloway with a huge second half.
To the far wing. Playing off of a screen, he'll drive right. He'll get into the paint. Shot is up, no good, but he is fouled and will go to the line to shoot a pair. Holloway from the sophomore. And he hits another one.
Urban Klapjar can come in and shoot it.
Holloway, an Auburn Tiger a year ago. And the open three will go down for Stevenson, an incredibly talented young man, a sophomore from Chapel Hill who's made 19 starts this year for Alabama. Atlantic, and it may be the best trio in the country.
Yeah, you think you got Walter Clayton Jr. bottled up. He makes a dribble move, uses a screen. What a play by Stevenson. He is on a heater right now.
Sensational drive by Jaron Stevenson. Every college basketball game should be just like this one. Could you make that happen?
Yeah, good luck.
Watching these two teams play is so much fun. Klapjar, and it's still Florida looking like himself. That left leg must be okay. In and out. Boy, Holloway had a good look. Terrific rebound there by Mo Diabate. Sears from the logo can't knock it down, but Diabate does it again, and the third time is the charm.
Mohamed Diabate, the lefty from Queens, New York, is as tough, physical, and as good a motor as anybody in the country. He works. This roster. I mean, the best scorer is Walter Clayton Jr., but I think if there was a horse contest, my sense is Richard would win it.
Youngblood, another three, his fourth of the game, trying to get anything he wants and making everything he takes.
Well, he just steps back from Sherrill, and that meant Philon had to block out Ruben Chinyelu. So even if he misses, Chinyelu's right there for the offensive board.
Holloway answers.
Florida, they can play at different tempos. They can play fast, they can play slow.
They've had 6 different players lead them in scoring this year. They don't rely too heavily on anybody as LeBaron Philon finally has his first points of the game.
Yeah,
the other one was against Tennessee when the Vols were #1. Florida and Tennessee split 2 games.
Through, kicks into the corner to Holloway. Aden trying to shake free from Smith. Brings it out high, hands it off to another Aden. Now the one that shoots threes, knocks it home from deep. That's Aden Holloway on the assist from Aden Sherrill, the second. Bank first 3 of the game for the Crimson Tide. And Alabama pushes the lead back up to 6, 17-11. As now RMU will work it on the wing to Smith. He'll drive it down the lane, puts it up with the left hand, no good. Block, he'll stop. He'll fire it back out to Cliff at the elbow, back to Holloway on the near wing. 15 to shoot, whips a pass inside, and Cliff lays it in with the left hand. What a pass, Aden Holloway, what a catch by Cliff, and the finish as well. Beautiful. He's off of the screen. Does Aden, now to LeBaron, driving down the lane, throws the lob, Cliff caught it, reverse layup in for 2, and they cannot guard the 6'11" big dog underneath the basket. Well, they missed in an NCAA tournament game already, and by the way, we still got 15.5 minutes to go. Diabate will hand it off to Holloway. Aden brings it to the top of the arc, reverses back to Mark, drives the lane, no look past him. Oh, he lays it in for 2. Colonials with the basketball. Prather throwing it down low to Fulgaris. Falls batted away, stolen. Here comes Holloway front court. Aden Holloway brings it ahead for Bama with 14:44 to go and the tied up 5. Driving Holloway, reverse layup, good for 2, and now it's a 7-point lead again. 6 to go. Time to rally the troops. Youngblood looking to get it in. Throws it in and run down by Holloway near midcourt. Holloway off the screen, driving, getting into the lane, throws the lob, and Grant throws it down, and Bama regains the lead. Sears with it, getting into the lane, dishing it off to Cliff, who's checked back in. Now to Holloway. He circles underneath the basket, outside to Mo, flips it back to Aden. Nice bounce pass to Mo in the lane, lays it up and in for 2. Hobbling as he runs the other end of the floor. Sears, 3, too strong. Rebound tip, fought for, scramble, and a tie-up is going to be called. Rebounded by Philon. Ahead now to Holloway. Aden on the drive to step through the beautiful reverse layup for 2. Good for 2 by Saxon. Now Bama the other way, leading by 3. Here's Holloway on the drive, the dish. Diabate for 3. Bottom.
Tip it to Aden Sherrill. Ball goes out of bounds, and Alabama not able to get the stop.
Marshallonis working against Holloway. Lefty leaner, no good. Rebounded Sherrill, and the rebound controlled by Bama. Quick outlet pass to Holloway. The lob to play for Cliff. As now it will be Holloway with it. Working to his left, weaving through traffic, getting into the paint. Tough runner off the glass. Nobody got hacked. Ales are 0 for their last 9 from the field. Stopping. Back down to a 10-point game, but Bama's got the ball in the lead. Working away from trouble, Holloway drives in, lays it up and in for 2. Screen now has it. Top of the arc, goes to his right, goes down the lane. Tough runner, partially blocked. Tip follow is up, hung on the rim, wouldn't go. Holloway front court for Bama, weaving through traffic, gets downhill, gets to the rim and lays it in for 2. Hands it off to Sears, rises, fires, misses the 3. Cliff the board to Aden for 3. Bottom. Aden Holloway.
A huge offensive rebound by Cliff Amoy and found the best shooter on the floor. Well as Mark's played the last couple of possessions on the offensive end, want to give him the ball.
Free throw miss, Cliff clears it. Now here comes Holloway front court after the outlet from Grant to Mark, who's feeling it. Weaving through traffic. The lob! Oh! The reverse slam! Alabama to inbound it. Philon gets it into Holloway. Aden will try to play keep away. Circles away from traffic. Plays off a screen. Oh, mercy. Marcus Haynes right there keeping it away from everybody. Just trying to keep it in his hands. One of the top free throw shooters. Drives, gets into the lane, and he is fouled. And
Aden Holloway at the line.
Run into the 1-3 from the free throw line. Oh, make 15 on the shot clock. Sears kicks it over to Holloway. Spots that 3, bottom. Go in the first half. Sears over to Stevenson. Kicks it in the corner. Holloway 3, yes sir. Side to Dimon. Now back to Nell for 3. That's a brick. Long rebound fought for. Great hustle, Holloway. Scramble on the deck now and a tie-up.
Moves on the inside.
Mark over to Aden, to Chris for 3. Got another one. Cliff, Holloway, and Grant Nelson. Dimon with a basketball trip, but able to keep his balance and possession. Gives it off to Bošković, who gives it back to him, or tried to, but it's deflected by Cliff. Throw it to Bošković. Bošković trying to back his way down. Working against Youngblood. Jumper is up, no good. Great box out. Both ends of his free throws. Inbound it to Dimon. Dimon up top to Queta. Queta with a handoff, poked away, stolen by Holloway. Aden gets it front court. Behind the back pass, Sears, deep three, bottom. Red, smoking, hot is Alabama. Timeout, BYU. 14:40 to go. They've cut it in half. It was at 16. Now Holloway on the drive. Looks, Stevenson in the corner. Thought about a three. We'll give it back to Holloway. Aden wanted to pull the trigger. Does. Bottom. Aden Holloway. A huge bank first three.
Bender takes the contact and gets to the line.
Also made a pair of free throws. Make it three into it. Everybody wearing blue, including the Duke fans. Bama in the corner. Holloway steps back near side three. He's red, smoking, hot. Aden Holloway. Looking, gets it to Nelson. Gets it back to Philon. He'll try one. Way too strong. Long rebound, tipped out. Grant gets it to Holloway. Do it, baby. Woo! Scorching hot. But into the hands of Bama. Now to Holloway. Near side. Heat check. Oh, it hadn't come down at all. Off to Holloway. Please shoot it again. Holloway stopping, looking, stepping back. Kick jumper. Hits it again. And another three. Possession, or our last one, I should say. Holloway driving right. Cut off. Gives it off to Sherrill. Left alone for three. Icing on the cake.
Gets into the act quickly. Evans is a freshman that is not afraid either. Could be a factor in this game, too. Holloway drives it. Little floater. Good. What a difference. Youngblood's inside. Not the same threat as blocking to block a shot. As Malawach, and that time Aden Holloway smartly figured out how close he needed to get, utilized that floater. He's a beast in there, too, at 6'9". And a steal. Philon jumped the lane. Holloway up to Philon. And he lays it in. Alabama gets a turnover and a bucket in transition. With the active hands, that time Cooper Flag. Catch radius. That's a big-time catch radius there. But I don't see how Proctor saw it in that double team. I don't see how he saw that over Cooper Flag, too. But Aden Holloway was able to take a little step back to get it over and clear a Cooper Flag.